before I give my little presentation, I wanted to show I wanted to show a clip,
Great.
and then we'll talk about it.
Perfect. Okay.
Volume?
There's something that happens in a creative city where creative people feed off each other. Like, you're a painter, but you're looking at a movie. You're a movie maker, but you're looking at a piece of architecture and design. There's this idea that if you get a big creative community, it's better for everyone because those ideas circulate.
The city, it's diverse, it's big, it's constantly morphing, right? It's constantly changing. And this healthy tension between preservation and innovation.
When people hear about the creative economy, I think they think that's just Hollywood. But that's only one aspect of it. But it's also everything from video gaming and engineering and space exploration and fashion. People who are asked to use their minds, use their ideas, and try to bring them into reality.
These industries that make up the creative economy have a far-reaching impact on many parts of the local economy. We have all these symbiotic relationships, and the economic activity that is brought about because of those relationships creates a ripple effect on the local economy that is really quite significant.
One of the most amazing things about Los Angeles is our size, is our scale. It's a place where we are known for invention. Los Angeles is the place where we get to test out ideas and where the population is actually open to new ideas to be tested. And that's one of the things that makes Los Angeles the kind of creative capital of the world.
One of the important things Los Angeles needs to do to maintain its role as a leader in the creative economy is to really ensure that everyone in the region is engaged as participants and that the pipeline for creative people is really strong from all ethnic groups, from all socioeconomic layers, because that will produce a really rich, complex, dynamic creative economy.
But when you think about what the future holds, the elements of art, of creativity, are at the core of what's necessary to thrive as a society.
I think increasingly people recognize that an economy that is based on new ideas, that links back to creativity, is rooted in diversity. That the more perspectives and cultures and languages and ethnicities, backgrounds that you have, is a kind of ferment that can result in breakthroughs, that can result in innovation. 20 years ago, our diversity was seen as a challenge. Today, it's seen as one of our greatest strengths, and critical to whether Los Angeles will maintain its leadership as the creative crossroads of the world.
Anyway, I didn't know what the protocol was, so I wrote like this super serious like manifesto that I will read anyway. But thank you for for being here, and Lauren for inviting me. As a way of background, I was born and raised in Colombia. I don't know if anybody has visited Colombia lately in the room. No.
Oh, there we go. All right. Okay, we got a couple Colombians.
Anyway, I was born and raised in Colombia at a time of social and political turmoil, surrounded by a family of artists, social workers, and DIY entrepreneurs. Through the teaching of these elders and mentors, I saw the unparalleled impact that the arts and creativity can play as a tool for civic reconciliation and also rejuvenation. I then migrated to the United States in 1989 at the height of the war on drugs to pursue a career in film and television. I wanted to embed myself in an industry that was almost non-existent in my country. I am grateful that the resourceful mindset of my Colombian upbringing paired with the education that I received here in the United States, have allowed me to be here today to share my thoughts on the creative economy and how my creative industry, public television, and KCETLink in particular, through a framework of storytelling and distribution, has provided me with the tools to explore the convergence of the arts and the future of our region. The clip that you just saw is the prologue and epilogue of The State of Creativity, a 1-hour documentary special and multimedia package produced by KCETLink in partnership with the Otis College of Art and Design, looking at the stories behind the 2014 Otis Report on the Creative Economy. This production is the culmination of a long journey, one that indirectly started more than 4 years ago with KCETLink's Arts and Culture Initiative, with the creation of KCETLink's Arts and Culture Initiative, Artbound. In 2011, as some of you may know or not, KCET became the largest independent television station in the United States. Our split from PBS, although painful, afforded us the opportunity to explore and experiment through the integration of digital and broadcast media with the development of hyperlocal and regional multi-platform programming. Soon after, in December 2012, KCET merged with Link TV to form KCETLink. Link TV is a non-commercial, progressive, nationwide network dedicated to providing Americans with global perspectives on news and culture. There is no doubt of the important role that public television has played in our society over the past 4 or 5 decades, but American cities and communities have changed, reflecting a more ethnically diverse majorities who are participants and stakeholders in the economic growth of our region and our country, and who demand a new form of representation from their own public media. Furthermore, their viewing habits and consumptions have also changed. Today, audiences have evolved, as we have heard in this panel, from passive consumers to active participants in the creation and curation of content. How then can our merged public media organizations adapt to the changing landscape of our region and provide not only inspiration, but perhaps pathways for change and advocacy? Before a split with PBS, KCET began experimenting with the online space, incubating ideas and creating web-only series that addressed issues of community engagement, mapping, and participation. Once the split occurred, however, one of KCET's main strategic initiatives was to create original programming focused on the arts and culture and provide a new production and distribution model that embraced the changing landscape of public media and also our region. Artbound was designed to address these two issues. In our new media-saturated environment, the critical issue for the arts is not just one of analysis, but I believe also of distribution. That is why we've created a platform where audiences can become active participants in the creation of a story. With over 50 columnists and cultural critics in 11 counties of Southern California, Artbound scans the region, planting seeds of engagement through articles, videos, projects, and partnerships which are narrating and enlivening the cultural stories of our region. In Artbound, each article is rated and reviewed by the audience. The most popular weekly articles goes head-to-head against the editor's choice, and the story that garners the most votes gets turned into a short format documentary that later migrates into television. By selecting articles that will be turned into short format documentaries, Artbound audiences become programmers, curators, and critics, helping us determine what is current and viable in our cultural landscape. Through our regional and editorial work, Artbound was well positioned to accept the invitation from the Otis College of Art and Design to translate the 2014 report on the creative economy to a wider audience. Throughout the years, Artbound has amassed an immense archive of stories, people, and places that are actively and creatively reimagining the role that arts and culture play in our communities, from the construction of a museum, the curation of an exhibit, a pop-up event at the border between El Centro and Mexicali, a digital arts program in a high school, or a market makeover in a neighborhood in transition. We knew we could give a face and tell the story behind the data of the extraordinary report researched and compiled by Robert Kleinheinz and Christine Cooper from the LA County Economic Development Corporation. We also knew, as Major Garcetti refers to in the clip that you just saw, that the creative economies are not limited to the entertainment industry and all of its direct and indirect impacts, but rather they're wide and ranging and, as it is often the case, not seen as integral to the economy. So we set forth to explore 5 areas that would excavate the interconnected ecologies behind our creative industries, concentrated on the role that arts education has, not only laying the foundation for creative thinking, risk-taking, and innovation, but to the talent pipeline of the region. We also looked at the role of creative placemaking, at the role that creative placemaking has in providing the right ingredients for neighborhood and community revitalization, and how the arts and artists are key drivers of economic activity, safeguarding community cultural assets while providing opportunities for financial investment. We explore the economic linkages between artists, galleries, curators, and museums, map the rise of the denim industries in Southern California, and explore the role of creativity in an area space industry. We interviewed more than 40 people, from Michael Govan, CEO of the LA County Museum of Art, to Charles Elaki, director of the Jet Propulsion Laboratories, and all agreed that if California and the nation wants to maintain its economic edge, it must invest in the arts and arts education, and must ensure that access to the talent pipeline is available to all, regardless of ethnicity, gender, or sexual orientation. The production of the State of Creativity tapped into the competencies of 3 distinct organizations, KCETLink, Artbound, ODIS, and the LAEDC, maximizing the impact of the 2014 report and the investment that the California Arts Council and the Boeing Corporation made in the production, signaling to a new economic model for cultural institutions and funders based on collaboration and shared intellectual property. A Blu-ray of the State of Creativity is included in your package, and I think everybody has it, right, Lauren? Anyway, thank you very much.